My dear students, as we are talking about competency-based questions, we need to discuss competency-based lead-ins. When preparing competency-based questions, remember two things. They require specific examples concerning what the applicant has done in the past. So you must have to ask about the examples. You don't need to ask about the general categorization of a job-specific competencies. Whenever you need to ask questions, you need to ask for the examples. And examples would help you that what kind of a job-specific competencies the person acquired in their past job and what kind of a job-specific competencies the person was using in their company. Competency-based questions are among the easiest questions to formulate. Very easy to formulate because if the job requires the ability to oversee a project, you could pose the following question to the applicant. So it depends on the job. It depends on the job posting, that what kind of a job posting it is. If the job posting is the ability to oversee a project, obviously you have to ask us specific questions in order to examine, in order to explore that how a person was behaving in overseeing a certain kind of a projects. For example, you can ask this question, tell me about a time when you had to oversee a project, what was the extent of your responsibility? In this question, it is a very open-ended question, my dear student, and you are asking the person competencies to oversee a project, and you are asking the extent of the person's responsibilities to oversee a project. Because sometimes you are overseeing a project, such kind of projects are very small projects, and though in those projects your responsibilities are very minor, and you are saying that as an applicant you are saying that I am overseeing a project. So it is not a realistic preview. It is not a reality that you are really overseeing the project. Then you may ask a question, tell me about the specific projects you worked on. Now you are making your first question more specific after getting some particular answer. And I'm interested, and you are telling to the applicant that I'm interested in learning about the roles of everyone involved. So you are asking a very specific question about the specific project, and you are also asking about the roles of everyone who was a part of that project. So it would give you an overview that person is very competent and he really worked in any particular project and he really know about the role of each and every person in that project. So then you can ask a question, describe the circumstances under which you most recently worked as a member of a team. So you are asking about the circumstances in which you worked as a team. And then you are asking a question, tell me about a specific time when you worked as a member of a disparate team. So you are asking about a very specific question about a time when you are a member of a disparate team. When to ask competency-based question? Effective competency-based employment interview are structured to ensure that the interviewer stays in control and cover the 4 key competencies. So it should not be unstructured. If it would be unstructured, you would deviate yourself from the main focus. And that deviation would not result in judging the suitability of the candidate for any particular position. So you have to be in control and you have to cover the 4 key competencies such as tangible, knowledge-based, behavioral, and interpersonal. They are also legally defensible. For maximum effectiveness, competency-based interviews should consist of 5 stages. What are those 5 stages? First one is a rapport building. Now we are talking about competency-based interview, and there are 5 stages of that interviewing. One is that you are building a rapport. Second, there is an introductory stage. Then there is a core stage. Then there is a confirmation stage, and then there is a closing stage. In the next few sessions, we will talk in detail about all these particular stages of competency-based interviews. So competency-based questions are highly effective in some stages, are minimally effective in some other stages, and relatively useless in some other stages. So you should know that what kind of a competency-based questions these are and what kind of a competency-based questions we need to ask in particular stages of a competency-based interviewing.